Last morning, still in dark, my Grace hurried to the city center on foot to buy a card for the local transport so I could go back home after Mishka leaves me on the beach later. And as well to add it to my collection, of course. And so, later in the day, I took the train back into the city and dedicated myself to a tour of central Dublin. The first thing that caught my eye was a small old church in the distance. Well, actually, the first thing was the custom house, proud and beautiful standing along the river. The church, however, awakened my curiosity. Barely visible, nested among the modern buildings of glass and concrete. That one just had to be seen. At least for the fact that it survives even though being smothered of the monsters around. It turned out to be the Immaculate Heart of Mary Catholic Church. I managed to find out that it was originally built as a chapel of St. Andrews, but I couldn't find any information on what year. The sign in the entrance only says that it became a parish church in 1908 and still functions as such today, a little gem preserved in the center of Dublin. I then set about making the most of the little time I had. It was already past noon and I had little more than 2 hours before it started getting dark. One grey and cold day just before Christmas, but nice enough to enjoy my walk around the town. And that one here is the tallest sculpture in the world and it's made with stainless steel tubing and changes colors according to how the sun shines on it. The official name of that needle-shaped 120 meters height monster is the Monument of Light. It's about 3 meters in diameter at the bottom and tapers to 15 centimeters at the top. It was cloudy and windy, but the Christmas spirit was in the air. I walked around without a specific plan, just to see and feel the city, not the tourist attractions. Not everyone's mood was so Christmassy though. I'll leave it to you to look into her eyes. In my plan, there were two cathedrals to be seen, and I headed in their direction. The first one was Christ Church Cathedral, or the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity. It was founded in the early 11th century. Admission is paid. Both this cathedral and the second one I wanted to visit St. Patrick. It's paid for tourists though, but if you want to light a candle or just pray, there is no problem. So that's why the big camera was tucked away in my backpack and I walked around with just a little GoPro in my pocket. In the crypt are various monuments and historical objects such as historical books and artifacts of the cathedral. I'm not going to bore you with the history of the cathedral. I want to just show you last the iconic covered footbridge over the street that connected the Synod House to the cathedral. By the time I got to St. Patrick's Cathedral, the afternoon was already well ahead and I had less than an hour of daylight. As tempted as I was to explore this impressive building, I decided I wanted to remember something other than Dublin churches. So it was with regret that I took the opposite road to reach the notorious Temple Bar before it was quite dark. And I made it just in time.
It doesn't really matter.
Finally, before returning to Mishka's home, I met for coffee with the host I had refused. My intuition had not failed me as usual. We had absolutely nothing in common with this man. My stay with him would be an awkward passing and a game of hide and seek. And that's it. Now Edinburgh Whites. Let's see how it goes.